Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show with your host, Anthony Sain. Now, let's get to the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This is, of course, your host, Anthony Sain. Here with my guys, man, the big three. We back again, bro. All of us are back. Not really sure what all three will be back for the Grizzlies, or if all three or all two or whatever be back. But we back again. I got lag on my end. Y'all see the lag I see on my end? It ain't bad, but I'm jittering over here.
You're good.
You look good. You're good. All right, man.
You look good, man.
Well, fuck it. We rolling.
Look good. Look good. You feel good. You feel good. You play good.
Feel good.
Play good.
Look good. Play good. Yeah. Except in the case of Shedeur Sanders, a brother can't even wear a chain, man. You drop 5 rounds. The NFL draft for wearing a chain, being swagged out.
How dare he wear chains?
I bet this guy wears chains. But y'all ain't had no problems wearing. Right. Y'all ain't had no problems wearing chains during slavery, though, did you motherfuckers? But anyway, we gonna keep it moving.
We haven't talked about Shedeur. I'm excited.
I would say you can spend an hour on it.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Yeah.
Man, you know the times we live in, bro. You know the times we live in. You know you can't be a black man with confidence, man.
What about the rumors and reports coming out that he just totally bombed all of his interviews? Well, you got any issues?
That's because he's a confident black man.
All
I mean, what could he have done, bro? What could he have done in the interview?
Yeah.
They deserve him for nobody to draft him for 5 rounds.
The hilarious part is that people are like claiming, well, Deion was involved and Deion said all these things and all, like the way that they manipulated the draft and all this. And it's like, brother, Eli Manning did the same thing. And y'all celebrated him. You celebrated him.
Same shit, bro. You know, a black man can't be confident, can't have his own power, he can't come into the league knowing how the game works. He can't come in as an entrepreneur. He can't come in looking like he's self-marketing, like he don't need a team to market him. Like he has his own marketability already. They don't want that, bro.
It's crazy.
They don't want that. You can't be a confident black man in America, bro. Look at the Memphis sports media market. But anywho, we'll move on.
Yeah, start.
Yeah, me and Bears went.
Start.
Yeah, I ain't want to go there today, man. I don't want to go there today. Go ahead, man.
That's why you're the underground king, man.
Gotta be. What the hell else? But go ahead, Paris.
I ain't got much, man. No, I ain't really have much, man. Same stuff. Reiterating what you said. It's just certain things. If he probably did he probably take some interviews? Sure, but they go back to that point of
taking an interview mean?
Black man. If you don't want to go to a certain team like the Browns, you remember Deion came out and it was a list of teams that he would go to. If you don't want to go to a team, so NFL when doing the pre-draft stage, I saw this on Hard Knocks last year. They'll bring a quarterback in the film room and look at film and things like that, so you can just like act disinterested, not actually review the stuff. Different things like that. Now, do we know how true that is? No, we wasn't there, of course. But at the end of the day, he shouldn't drop no 5 round. He shouldn't drop to the 2nd round. Like it was players it was quarterbacks getting drafted ahead of him. Like
it was ass.
Tyler Show. I would never forget that. I used to go on Twitter like Tyler Show. Like who? Them folks need to stop there, bro.
He probably was acting a pure fool. I ain't gonna lie. But the thing is, what does that mean? What does that matter? Like y'all saw what he's done. Y'all saw what he can do.
The tape is out there is what matters.
Yeah, bro. Hey, y'all saw that his jersey is the number 1 selling jersey out of all the rookies.
It's not surprising.
Nobody's jersey pre-sale is number 1, even over Travis Hunter, his teammate.
Yep.
Anyway,
I just don't understand. Like you literally have. It feels like the sand. If it was Shedeur Thomas, then it wouldn't be an issue. But it's because of the last name Sanders. When that guy's in your Hall of Fame, Deion is in your Hall of Fame. He has been a major media member for years for the NFL. Now he's the head coach of a Power 5 school. It's like, what is? I just don't understand Is it literally like? I just wonder if it's literally because they don't need them. Right? Like they do need them to, they want to play. They want to play.
NFL,
They need the NFL. They want to play in the NFL. But there's a level of like, it feels like I read an article where it said the owners came out and said, take him off your draft board. Like basically told their GMs, take him off your draft boards. We will not take him. And I'm like, have y'all not seen him play? Like, have y'all not seen like how good, like there's not a throw he can't make. There's not a, it just doesn't make sense to me, man.
And then the team got drafted too. He as a 5th round pick. I'm looking at that quarterback. They got 5 quarterbacks. He's the best quarterback. To me, he's the best quarterback.
He's the best one out of all.
Automatically. And they drafted a quarterback the round before him. And I'm like, he's better than him.
He might start this. He might be the best quarterback in that 5 quarterback room.
Oh, that jersey getting ordered. As soon as that jersey hit Nike, I'm buying that joint. I ain't buying it from no team store. Hey, it's too many swoosh memberships in the city of Memphis for me to buy anything full price. They got a Nike side though. So no, I'll wait till that joint hit the Nike store. But what I was about to say, Caleb Williams did the same thing a couple years ago, right? But he threatened to
stay in school.
You remember
or
that?
something?
Kind of stuff happens all the time. But the levels that Shedeur is doing it to, and with his dad being who he is, it's kind of like a Penny Hardaway situation. It's kind of like a Penny Hardaway situation because it's not just like his dad is Deion Sanders. His dad is also a football coach, right? So if you're a team and you're in this star player's dad as a coach, and you know Deion's gonna show up to practice and walk in and be damn near coaching the team, it's all those things that come into play. But it's all just some hating ass shit, bro. At the end of the day, bro, because come on now.
I remember I've covered the Memphis football team for 4 years now. Well, more than that, but the last 4 years, the Tigers have had a quarterback that's started every game since he was a freshman. And anytime they were on national TV, all you heard was, he's the son of a coach. He's a coach's son. You know what that means.
But now it's a bad thing.
But now it's bad.
It's because of who. Bro. Yep, it's the who. Like you said,
it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. If you legitimately have issues with his skill, I understand that. Like, you can have issues with how you think he's going to lead your team, whatever. But for him to drop from being because the whole talk the entire offseason was right before the draft was Cam Ward
in 1 and 2,
Sanders, 1 and 2. Who is it going to be? Right? Tennessee, the Titans. You're a big Titans fan, Parrish. Who are they going to take? Are they going to take Shedeur or are they going to take Cam? And it became clear pretty quickly Cam was
Cam
the guy.
Ward, yeah.
Like Cam
and
was
that's who I wanted to. I thought he was better between the two. But
he's a better quarterback.
He's got to feel. Yeah.
But 5 rounds better?
Yeah, 5. No. He shouldn't. Who was that for Ole Miss? Jackson Dart went ahead of him in the first round. Like,
when I saw what's the name on his team go
Tyler
before him.
Show,
No. When I saw the kid from Oregon, when I saw him, Dylan Gabriel. I was like, oh, yeah, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. But I hope that Cleveland gives him a fair opportunity to do his thing, and then didn't just draft him as a circus act. I hope that he actually gets a chance to do his thing, for sure. But gentlemen, I'm glad we're here today. This is episode 188. The last episode of the show, we wrapped up the season. Basically talked about, the ending of the season. How do you go into next season, right? But a big topic that has been all over social media, has been all over, just national news as well. Something that actually does make sense. We talked last show about something that makes zero sense, which is trading John Morant. But the next thing that has came up in conversation is, how do the Grizzlies, add to this roster, change this roster, move on from guys on this roster. And a big point of conversation, big point of emphasis has been, what do you do in a situation where you decide to trade either Jaren Jackson Jr. or Desmond Bane? We'll talk about that today. We'll talk about that pretty much over both segments of the show today. But that's something I definitely would like to talk about. The Grizzlies season ended against the Oklahoma City Thunder, 68-win team. It's crazy how we gotta downplay how good those dudes are. And they're 5 games away from having the best record of all time in NBA history. In the Western Conference that we know is good, they were leaps and bounds better than everybody. But Oklahoma City Thunder put the Grizzlies out in 4. Shout out to the Lakers for getting reverse sweep as well, after all the shit their fans have talked. Shout out to y'all getting y'all ass reverse swept.
I wanted to ask you about that.
5, dog.
So JJ's getting blasted right now. Like JJ Redick's getting blasted.
No, he's a good ass coach, bro.
He's a good coach, but there was a level of like even Brian Windhorst came out today and said that he coached immaturely this series and that
he's a first year coach, bro.
He acted
I'm not
like
saying to you, I'm just saying.
Yeah, he acted like a child coaching.
I guess
what do y'all
man, what does that mean?
Go ahead, Perry.
Like, what does that mean? Because bro, for one, that man went. He rode with his best players. Game 4, I wanted the Grizzlies to do that. He played his 5 best guys the whole second half. Like that was essentially a do or die game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just take results with you. Now, game 5, benching what's their name? Jackson Hayes.
That was wild.
He ain't that good.
But I know, but he's a footer, bro. And they got smoked. Rudy Gobert looked like a fucking all-star.
He was getting smoked.
Well, he is an all-star.
Bro, that dude's trash. That dude is Jackson Hayes puts him in a blender every time they play. He got outplayed. That was weird. That was weird to me, man.
The abusive relationship between Windhorst and LeBron is ridiculous. Like LeBron just said, bro, we ain't cool like that. And you're still slobbing this man down.
Slobbing that.
JJ Redick just a horrible coach.
They say he coach like a child.
It just tells me
man is a good ass coach, bro.
It tells me how little the national media knows about basketball.
Anything.
When you say things like, because if the Lakers had won that game, if they had won game 4 and had played the starting 5 the entire second half, the narrative would have been a genius move by JJ Redick, right? Like,
but you know what the Lakers need to do though? You know what they need to do is not coaching. Shout out to Carlos Boozer. They need to just go get Giannis. Just take Giannis off of Milwaukee and put him on the Lakers, right? Bro, we live, bro. There used to be a time.
For Dalton Connect. Just trade Dalton Connect for Giannis straight up.
There used to be a time, bro. It used to be a time where takes on TV were somewhat intelligent, bro. Like it was some level of thought.
None.
And if somebody said something, Tim Legler, if somebody said something, a graphic would come on the screen and they would break down a map to show you how they came up with it and how that could possibly happen, right? These people literally say any fucking thing, bro. And it turns into a segment.
Yeah.
Like how do you get Giannis on the Lakers and you still got LeBron, you still got
Luka.
And Luka. How does that happen, bro?
Or Austin Reeves, Luka, and LeBron on the same team.
That, I've seen OKC. I seen a package from OKC where they still have Chet, Jaden Williams, and Shea.
And SGA. And Giannis.
And Giannis.
And my girl.
Listen,
Ashley Nicole Moss is actually good. I don't know. She slipped up on this one, though.
Bro, let me tell you this. I don't know how good she is.
Slipped up on this one.
Ashley Nicole Moss is fine as shit. I don't know. I don't really know how good she is, what she does. I see her on Twitter. I've never seen her say anything extremely crazy. But today I was like, okay,
pretty good. But yeah, that was crazy.
I spared her today for 2 reasons. Because I'm like, if I really come at this lady, this is not going to end well. I know how this is going to end up because people are uber thirsty on Twitter, right? So I didn't want to get her. So I led my tweet with respectfully, ma'am. How do you see a John Morant trade where you trade with the Orlando Magic and we get absolutely nothing back? Like their same starting lineup is the same.
We didn't even have
John Morant stuck in it.
Nobody tried to Suggs at the 2.
She had
Suggs, got Jalen
Paolo,
Franz,
and all of them. Wendell Carter Jr. said, Penny Hardaway, Dwight Howard, all of them still there. Tracy McGrady,
Nick Anderson made it
Scott.
They didn't have Wendell Carter. They had Jonathan Isaac in the graphic at center. So maybe
no, it wasn't. It was Jonathan Isaac at center.
Jonathan Isaac.
Not Wendell. Oh, maybe we got Wendell for John Morant straight up.
Maybe he a free agent though. Maybe he a free agent. That's part of it.
So crazy, bro. Like there used to be a time where if you had a trade like that, you had to
make it.
You would see a graphic and you would
the numbers.
It's just like, you know what Giannis needs to do? If you want to win, he needs to go to LA. Like he's not a free agent, bro. He can't just get up and go to LA. Damn, it's so insane, bro. Like the stuff that people say. It's like I said on Twitter today, bro. 80% of the stuff people say has no merit. They're just literally saying stuff for attention, and it is so bad, bro. It's like
it's not worse.
And it creates these weird narratives, like, oh, ever since Luka, like we talked about yesterday, bro. No, but it makes no fucking sense, bro. And I'm having a conversation with a guy today on Facebook, and he's like, talking about the whole LeBron thing, and man, LeBron this, and y'all say this about LeBron. I'm like, bro, LeBron is fucking 40 years old, bro. Like, why are we talking about LeBron like he's 25? Like, what? He's fucking 40.
And he finally looked like it. In
he
the
looked
series,
like in the series.
He actually finally looked older.
Bro, anything LeBron is doing other than, like, struggling with wiping his ass, I'm proud of, bro. Like, over 40, life is hard, bro. Like,
getting off the toilet without his knees
without catching a cramp, right? Without your leg going to sleep. Fuck, man. Like, we really, like, he's 40, bro. And I'm not a LeBron fan, but we just have so many stupid ass, hating ass conversations, bro. It's like, what are y'all talking about, bro? Like, it's
even Luka,
insane.
man. Luka was literally like barely walking and still playing yesterday.
Hey, did y'all see what JJ said in the end of the season comments today?
No.
What did he say?
He came out and he said, "I'm not saying this about anybody in particular, but next year we need to come back in championship shape."
Damn. Oh, let's talk about Luka then.
Yeah,
let's talk about Luka.
But man, here's the thing, bro. Like, people like,
everybody.
People like, the Lakers, they lost, right? They lost in the first round, and all y'all said that. It's y'all dumbass fault for believing that shit, man. Y'all, that team has, like, obvious holes, bro. Like, that's why I was saying I wouldn't, if the Grizzlies would look better against the Lakers than against Oklahoma City. The 100%. Grizzlies might would have busted their ass.
100%.
And it's like, people like this y'all fault for thinking that shit was real, bro. It's like so much just TV narrative, internet narrative, podcast narrative stuff that just ain't real, bro.
See, it flipped. So when the trade happened, everyone was thinking it's a future move. But then the Lakers started winning. It gave them energy. They move up to the 3 seed. So it got them thinking, it's set up. Lakers gonna make it to the finals.
That team is not good, bro.
You know,
they were the heavy betting favorite going into the playoffs to win the championship this year.
Crazy. Which is crazy. Anyway. And goddamn Anthony Edwards, I can't get rid of this bomb for shit. Every year he's making a case to be facing the league, bro. Fucking Michael Jordan ass kid.
Like cold dog.
Then walking around. They were in LA, right?
They were in the crypto. They were in the crypto, and he did
walking around touring crypto, talking shit. Like, bro, where is security? Where are the bum ass Laker fans at? Like, that man just walking around like, oh, fuck y'all.
dude, he's so wild.
Man, I love Anthony Edwards, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yeah. I talk shit about him, but that dude is a fucking dude, bro, for real.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's Ja could play through the playoffs. That would piss me off so bad. Like, why can't you get hurt, Anthony Edwards? Why your knees so good? Why you ain't trying to dunk over people?
When he almost got hurt in game 3, when he almost got hurt when LeBron landed on his leg, I was like, dang, he can't.
No, when he hurt his ankle a couple games up in the season, I was like, oh shit, Anthony Edwards hurt.
Yep.
We good.
We thought
that didn't miss a play. Like, fuck this dude, bro. But anywho, gentlemen. The Memphis Grizzlies season has come to an end. And the question has been, do you trade Jaren? Do you trade Desmond Bane? About to take a break. We'll answer that when we get back.
Damn. Right. You got me.
We'll take a break and I'll answer that question for y'all when the Anthony Sain Show continues. See y'all in a minute.
And now the season comes to an end, and as I tell people every year, to me, personally, it's like being dumped by a girlfriend. Because for the last 6 months, man, I've been out on the road, traveling with my girlfriend. Can't even go out with my friends because I'm busy with my girlfriend. And then all of a sudden, she dumps me. So now I need a week. I need a week to decompress, see if my friends will still talk to me. You seem to have moved on pretty well. You look great.
The thing about me is I have something else that I truly love. I'll miss what that could have looked like, but the alternative for me is not a bad one.
See, I can't just get out and start working in the yard. That's what I'm talking about. Give me a few days. I mean, I was just at the Waldorf Astoria 3 days ago. Give me a week.
Tune in to the Night Court Podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Disappointing season. A lot to sort through here. 48 wins, good for an 8 seed, but who cares?
Clam and I whoop your ass. Don't like what? He said they probably ain't even got their recordings ready. like, how in the world do you sit down and you start caping for yourself immediately? Like, ain't nobody even asked you nothing yet. This man sat down and said, "Oh, terrible season, awful, couldn't do anything."
Walked out the camera, just said, "Hey man, you feel me? Don't hit me yet. I already know I messed up. My bad." Like, this is exactly what he just did, bro. Like, real talk, peak game, bro.
Hands
like,
up, man. Don't shoot, man. Hands up.
Hands up. I did it. My bad, bro. I did it. My bad. Hey, I messed up.
My ass, big bro. I'm sorry, big bro. My
you
bad.
feel me? Like, this is who y'all want, G. Like, bro.
Tune into the No Bluffing Podcast with your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes, every Monday at 12 p.m. only on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. I tried to change something with my lighting, and that shit did not work. It's even worse now. Yeah, y'all give me a second. Hold on, y'all.
Oh God.
Hey, while we wait though.
That clip, though.
Yes, Infinite and Chris out. That's not gonna get old. You keep that for the rest the off season, literally. Keep that.
That clip went crazy stupid viral yesterday for them. Like, it was dumb. And it is so funny to me, man. Like it oh gosh, it is so good. I need to change their outro to sometime on Monday. It comes out like sometime,
man.
Whatever the fuck feel like it.
Whenever they
to be in network.
Whenever they want to.
Which clip was funnier? That one or the one Brave Knight was mimicking Klay Thompson, just shooting at Guzman.
That one was funny too, but man. There's some clips I wish I could show.
No, when Chris went on their rant that time.
Oh, about
he just
Taylor
like
Jenkins.
snapped. Oh yeah, that shit was so crazy.
Taylor Jenkins,
yeah.
The crash outs on the No Bluffing Show are hilarious, man.
Yeah,
they
y'all check out the No Bluffing podcast. Just free up your Monday. They coming on sometime. I promise you. It's free up your Sundays and your Mondays because
turn your notifications on. They come on at some point.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they'll let you know.
They dropping live Sunday night on Twitter. Then it's coming out on Monday sometime.
Monday sometime. Oh man! And when you watch it, you better free up a lot of time because it's gonna run you a good 2.5 hours. So just free your day up.
What's time Chris said we're gonna get out here about 40 minutes?
About 40 minutes. A whole 2 hours.
Their introduction was 40 minutes, bro. Like they spent 40 minutes talking about their weekend. It's gonna be a quick one today, guys. We got out in 3 hours. Whoa, Jesus Christ!
All them my dogs though, man. No bluffing. Check them out.
Yeah,
hey, just cut your notifications on. Like I said, man, they doing their thing. My guy Chris Ingram and Evan Hayes with the No Bluffing podcast. All right, so let's have the discussion, man. We want to talk about, are we keeping Jaren? Are we keeping Desmond Bane? I'll simplify it like this: if the NBA had a redraft and Jaren Jackson Jr. and Desmond Bane were in those redrafts, Jaren Jackson Jr. would get picked 29 teams out of 30. So why are we the team that would choose it different? Like, it's such a simple conversation to me, bro. And I hear people say, I'd rather keep Des. And I can tell you teams who have a scoring point guard and a power forward that kind of, now there are admitted problems that I say are problems with Jaren and John, right? Like there are a lot of teams that have a scoring point guard and a scoring power forward. And those two guys are kind of disconnected. Like, there's a lot of teams like that, right? But I've seen a lot of teams like that are still good. They have a power forward that's on his little island and the point guard's on his island, and they're not particularly playing off of each other. And the point guard in the center have more chemistry or more synergy than the point guard and the power forward, right? I've seen more examples of that than I've seen teams with two guards who can't defend, and the other guard really can't take over a game if the top guard isn't there. That's just not a winning formula. There's one team in the NBA that has a makeup like the Grizzlies backcourt that's still playing basketball, and that's the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that other guard is Donovan Mitchell, right? It's not Desmond Bane, bro. It's Donovan Mitchell who, if Darius Garland fell off the map like the Utah Jazz. I mean, the Utah Jazz. The Cleveland Cavaliers would be fine because if he had to slide over to the 1 and you had to play whoever, the kid looks like Michael O'Reilly at the 2. I don't care. Like, what's the name of the guard? What's his name? He was shooting the shit out the ball this year.
Not
Sam
Ty
Merrill, the other one. Yeah, Ty Jerome. If Ty Jerome had to start. Like, you're talking about Donovan fucking Mitchell, bro. And this isn't a Desmond Bane segment. This ain't that at all. I think Desmond Bane is a tremendous player. I think he's a really good player. But it's just, when I look at Desmond Bane, right, I say, okay, what Desmond Bane is now at 25, 26, he's going to be that exact dude. Like, that's who he is. Like, that's all he's – I'm not going to say all. That's what he's going to be. Like, as good as a player Desmond Bane is, you feel like you've optimized – and any coach in the NBA is going to get that out of Dez. Like, that's what he's going to be, right? He's going to be the guy who can downhill Dez, flyby king, step back king, mid-range pull-up. Like, that's him. Like, that's what he's going to be, right? His arms ain't getting no longer. He ain't getting no taller. That's who Desmond Bane is going to be, right? I look at Jaren Jackson Jr. as a 7-foot, 25-year-old, 2-time All-Star, I'm counting this year, 3-time All-NBA first team, right?
Defense.
Yeah.
All defense.
All defensive,
all defense.
This will be his third one, right?
So, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
2-time All-Star, 3-time first team, former defensive player of the year. He's going to finish top 5, top 6 maybe, in defensive player of the year this year. And you can just see the tool bag of what he's got.
Oh, yeah.
Do I think that Jaren is a dog, so to speak? No, but I think he's an extremely talented player whose game clearly has a runway to it. There are clearly other things you can add to what Jaren can do, right? And I've always looked at Jaren as a result of coaching malpractice or the legacy issue. That's my hashtag. Legacy issues thing, right? As far as coaching and strategy and scheme and how the Grizzlies decide to play basketball. Offensively and defensively, I think that Jaren has not been capitalized. I think that there is a coach out there who can figure out how can I make that dude and Ja Morant look great together at the same time. I still think there's a runway for that. But even if that never happens, you still got a very good point guard and a very good big. And that's a much more realistic formula than thinking you can build that around a scoring backcourt of guys who can't, neither one of y'all can defend. And there are numbers out there that suggest that Ja's a better defender than our eyes see. And the Dez is a better defender than our eyes see. But no. In situations where you're playing against 6'8", 6'9" guards, it ain't it, man. And to me, this is my thing. I put up today what I think a perfect NBA starting lineup looks like if you're trying to contend for a championship. It's for the Grizzlies. If Ja Morant's going to be your starting point guard, your starting lineup has to be Ja Morant at the 1. Your shooting guard has to be someone that can defend at a high level, that can make threes in the corner, not particularly looking to score, but if he has to score, he can score. Has to be able to defend the best player on the other team. Kind of like the Denver Nuggets model, right?
Yeah. KCP was there.
They had KCP. That's Jalen Wells to me. That's not a Desmond Bane. It's not a 6'5" shooting guard with a 6'4" wingspan. Pretty bad defender. He's not a horrible defender, but he's just not a good defender. Like, he'll never be known as being the dude that, Desmond Bane locked down SGA or, he's not, locked down Jalen Williams. Like, that ain't happening, right? So that's Jalen Wells to me. 6'7", 6'8", big guard, big wing, who can defend, knock down threes, whatever. If that's not Desmond Bane or that's not a scoring guard at the 2, I think your wing needs to be able to score. I'm not saying he's got to be just a ISO scorer. I'm not saying he's got to be LeBron or he's got to be KD, but it's got to be a guy that can score, long, rangy, causing the matchup problems where even if he's not a good defender, just because he's 6'9", he can kind of make some things happen. He can get in the passing lanes, all those type of things. In a perfect world, that's Gigi Jackson in year 2 or year 3. But they probably ain't finna be Gigi, right? So the Grizzlies probably need to go get that dude. The Grizzlies need to go find that guy. Is that shout out to my guy, Chris Dotson, who covers the Grizzlies. Is that lower marketing? Is that, I don't know. Is it Paul George? Is Desmond Bane a contract you can move to Philly and say, hey, we'll take Paul George off your hands? Is it him at this point of his career? Is it Kevin Durant? You know what I mean? Shout out to Chris Dotson as well, another guy that he said that he's heard is linked to the Grizzlies. And my boy Dotson don't just be pulling shit out of his ass either, bro. Dotson has connections. If he's saying something, you need to listen to what he's saying. They don't mean it's happening, but that means that these are real murmurings. Yeah,
like conversations are happening.
These are real murmurings. This ain't, hey, I heard the Grizzlies might trade Ja Morant. Yeah, okay. It ain't that. It's real
to the Magic.
Yeah.
To the Magic for nothing. Yeah, exactly.
For Jonathan Isaac.
Right, exactly. And a bunch of Bibles.
And Trump shoes.
And tickets to Disney World. Crazy, bro. But that's my thing. Your one is Ja. Your two is a Jalen Wells type. Your three is a scoring forward who's just a big ass dude, just a long. He can score, but just because he's big as shit, it kind of just like when we played Santi Aldama at the three, right? Santi is a horrible defender.
Jeez.
But because he's 7 foot tall,
he looked good at the three.
He looks good at the three because he's tall, he's long as shit. You know what I mean?
7 foot for no reason, bro.
Yeah, he's like a foot taller than Scottie Pippen Jr. when he was out there, right? And Scottie looked good as hell defending. And I'm not gonna let it go, bro. The way that y'all bitched and cried about Marcus Smart playing the other team's best defender, but we had fucking Scottie Pippen Jr. doing in the playoffs, and y'all didn't say shit. I'm not gonna let it go. How much y'all cried about why Marcus Smart couldn't do it.
Sure, dude.
Oh my God, bro! It made me so mad, bro. Like, bro, y'all just goofy. I
have a question for you. I have a question for
you.
You've mentioned Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned Gigi. You've not mentioned Vince at all in that conversation. Is Vince?
Right.
Where are you at on Vince right now? Going in,
he's 6'4".
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. At this point, Vince really feels. I'm not particularly giving up on Vince, but at this point, with what the Grizzlies are trying to do, Vince feels like a math problem more than anything. He feels like something that's going to make 6 + 4 = 10. Or, you know what I mean? Like, he's going to be a contract filler. I think he's a guy that you throw with a John Conchar contract and maybe a second-round pick to get a mid-level type player on your team. That's what he feels like to me.
Is he the type of player, though, that like, let's say they don't go get swing big and go get themselves a wing that can score, a wing that can defend, a 6'9", 6'8" guy, and they keep Jalen in that role next year. How comfortable would you feel if they moved off Dez and got and you're going to get something back for Dez, right?
That's you get something back. Right. Yeah, you better get something back to starting.
Right. You need a starting
two, you mean? Or another like a
Vince at the would you not? You wouldn't feel comfortable at all with Vince at the 2 starting going into next year
if you keep Jalen
Wells at the 3. Nah.
Well, I guess you would have to. I mean, if you got if you're getting off Dez, you got to get a.
If you trade Dez, what are you trading Dez for? 5? Or 4 that makes Jaren be able to play the 5, and he can play 4 rebounds.
What did Dotson say? What did Dotson?
Yeah, Dotson said it's a bonus. Yeah. I tried to get my boy Sabonis. I mean, that's my boy Dotson on today. We're trying to set that up for next week because he could tell us more about. Shouldn't have said that because I'm sure our ghost viewers were will try to get them on before I do. We'll be watching the hell out of this show, man. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I'll try to set that up for next week. But if I'm going, here's the thing: if you keep Jalen Wells, you trade Dez, you got to get somebody that can score. Like, you got to get somebody that can do what Bane was supposed to do. And the biggest gripe I have with Dez is not that he's not a good player, but man, when it comes down to it, man, Oklahoma City had you looking like what's his name? Looking like Josh Selby out there, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dude,
like, he was getting bottled up. He was getting bottled up, bro. And and that's another thing too. I hear people say things like, well, man, Jaren doesn't know how to do this, and they don't put him in screens, they don't do this and this. Bro, who do we have? Like, if Jaren said, hey, man, I'm going to be a fucking post player this year, who the fuck is going to give him the ball? Like I ain't never. These dudes can't even find Edie in the post, and he want to score down there.
Ja's the only guard that ever looks to entry the ball into the post ever.
Y'all know who used to make Jaren look like this incredible big though, for real? They don't play for us no more. Y'all wonder who really made Jaren look good? Fucking Kyle Anderson, bro. Go back, think about it. Kyle Anderson used to find Jaren all the time in positions to make it easy for him to score. I just felt really let down by Dez because I'm like, Dez, you've got to be. When John went down, I'm like, Dez, you've got to be that dude. I'm talking about the game we lost when we were up 29.
Yeah,
29.
Like I said, like Jaren taking the ball to the 3-point line and posting himself up with the ball in his hand. It was like
for the fourth quarter, that was all they did, and it was insanity. It was insane.
Yeah. I think Dez is a good player, but like that alone just kind of let me down. And I just much rather have a guy who can defend in that backcourt with Ja, and then another wing that's kind of okay but can score. I'd rather see our team built that way than having two guards who can't defend, and the other one ain't really in the elite level. Go give him the ball, he'll go win you the game type scorer. Like if you're Donovan Mitchell, hell yeah, give me that. But if you're like whatever Dez is, I'm not a fan of it. And that's not. I'm not saying that Dez is a bad player though. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. Go ahead, Perry.
I got a question for you. So I know we're talking ideal starting fives, but that's just for the sake of just good discussion. Say you try and look for a deal. The deal you want out there is not there, and you got to run it back with your core three.
Yep.
What is your ideal starting five based on your mid-level exception, who you can get and way over? What's your ideal starting five if Desmond Bane still on the team?
You mean if I'm mid-level exception only? If I got to do a free agency?
That, and maybe you could trade Conchar and attach Vince Williams maybe for someone like sure. If you have to keep Dez, where's your ideal starting five with him, and where moves they could make without trading his contract?
You want a real answer?
Yeah, I know you said you bring about the bench.
My same backcourt. I just said Ja and Jalen Wells at the 2.
But I'm saying who would be you just gonna start GG, or are you going?
I'm either going GG or I'm gonna go get like a Alexander Walker maybe. I don't think you can get him from the MLE.
Though.
Huh?
But he'll start the 2. Technically, yeah.
Two.
Yeah. If you start him, he'll be the 2, and Jalen Wells be the 3. Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, man, the best version of the Grizzlies is if Dez is still here. Has always been to me, if Dez is a guy you can bring off the bench and just murder people. I've always said that's what I think Dez is supposed to be. Like that backcourt it just don't work, man. It don't work at all. It just don't work to me. I don't know though. I gotta look at free agency.
I would say what would be because in that case, to think about it, that would still be your closing lineup though, in this sense. Ja and Dez on the court together.
Yeah, you still would have Ja and Dez on the court, and it'll be Wells probably at the 3. Yeah. I don't know, man. I see a lot of people say stuff like sign and trade Luka. I mean, that's can't trade Luka again. Sign and trade Santi, sign and trade Luke. And like all these ideas to do this and this and this. And like, bro, it's just that's a lot easier said than done. You know what I mean? It's easier.
That player has to go. They have to sign a contract with another team, and then you got to scour that team to see who you might want from that team. And that team you got to. Yes, that's a lot of variables.
Only situation I can see that working is if Santi won't say, if you can get like a 2-year deal for Santi or a 2 or 3 year deal, and there's a team that's got a guy on a similar contract that's 4 years, and they're trying to like just throwing this out as hypothetical, like Julius Randle or somebody, like Minnesota might want to move off of him. But why the hell would they want to do that shit? Like I'm just saying, like I don't know how you make that happen. But it's not it's easier said than done. Santi Aldama sign and trade. But like I said, man, I'll wrap up the show saying this. But go ahead, Ken.
I got a question for you. So obviously Dotson, dropped 2 names in his article yesterday or 2 days ago.
He dropped 4 names. He dropped 4 names.
Oh, did he? Okay.
He said that the Grizzlies. I think he said the Grizzlies are connected to Zion and Durant, but the most realistic things are Markkanen and Sabonis. I may have read it wrong, but I think he said that Zion and Durant are on their list, but the most realistic are Sabonis and Markkanen.
I think the Durant thing, he's going to work hand in hand with Phoenix on where he wants to go, and that's what probably hurts Memphis in that regard, because he got to choose Memphis essentially. Plus, it'll be a 3. It's going to be a multiple team deal in that way because they ain't taking another shooting guard when they already got 2 shooting guards.
Yeah, exactly.
Zion. Yeah, the idea Zion, yes.
Bro, if he can stay healthy, if you can get him to stay.
He's hurt more than Jaren, dog.
But bro, I'm gonna say this, man. If you go to New Orleans and be like, bro, we will salary match you, Brandon Clark, and whatever the hell. I don't know if you're talking. I don't know if you gotta do like Luke sign and trade, whatever you're doing, and we'll do that, and we'll give you picks because I mean we fleecing you, but we ain't gonna fleece you. If you could do something like that and you keep everybody. A Zion LeBron front court. I'm sorry. Fuck about it.
Jaren.
A Zion Jaren front court would be nasty, bro.
It would.
If you could put Jaren at the 5 and you could make it happen because you would be.
Yeah. He'll work at the 5 in that case. That's the point about like Jaren 5. You got to get a forward that can, like Draymond would have been.
To do the dirty work. Yeah. Draymond. Oh my God. It would have been so nasty. It would have been so nasty.
You need a player like that to play the forward. But Zion is that type of player. Yep.
The two names of that article that went crazy in our group chat was Domantas Sabonis and Lauri Markkanen, right?
Which I would lose my shit over either one.
The two white guys, so.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Why is that, Ken?
I'm just saying. If we're losing Luke and we're losing Santi and we're losing if we're losing John Conchar, you got to give me something back, bro.
Either one of them would have me ecstatic if we get either one of them dudes, bro.
They have the tallest lineup. Like, think about Lauri Markkanen at the 3 and Zach Edey and Jaren Jackson.
That's the one I want. I saw y'all talking about Sabonis,
lineup,
and I'm with it. I'm with the whole Sabonis, and I get it. But if you got Jaren and Markkanen to deal with offensively,
oh my God,
off the dribble, shooting threes and all that. That shit can have you like, man, fuck this damn team, bro. Like, for real. Like,
if you had Ja Morant starting, then you had Jalen at the 2.
Right,
Lauri
that's a tall lineup.
6'9", 6'8", 7 foot, 7'5",
7'4".
7'4".
Yep. And you're going to be so long that even though Lauri ain't no lockdown defender, he's so fucking long, bro, it's going to be hard to deal with.
You take 3 dudes and just extend their arm reach across and they cover the entire floor.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the question I was going to ask is, do you target a guy like Sabonis who clearly Jaren could work off of, right? Like they would work well together.
Yeah. He's a great playmaker too.
He's a great playmaker, great passer, great pick and roll guy. Him and
the baby Jokic out there.
Him and De'Aaron Fox just looked amazing together when they played together. It seems clear to me though that the Grizzlies and what y'all are saying is the 3 is where they need to really, if they're going to move off Desmond Bane, target that 3 position because you've got Jalen Wells there already. Because
Wells could be a super solid shooting guard for your team. He could be that
KCP.
He could be that KCP type dude for sure. You know what I'm saying? For real though.
Just need to get his you need to get his playmaking up. His handles need to be better to be a solid 2. To be a solid 2 in this
not
league.
Particularly, bro. It's a lot of 2s that don't do shit but just run around and play defense.
Yeah.
Well,
like, for
to
real
that point though,
and knock down
Kenny's
shots.
point though, you would need another. Like if you get Sabonis, it'll work because you need a secondary playmaker in the starting.
Oh yeah,
somewhere.
for sure.
Yeah, you ain't got necessarily be 2, but it could be Sabonis if you were to get him.
Lauri Markkanen's a decent.
Lauri Markkanen's okay.
Yeah.
Need someone else.
Man, I think it's gonna be an interesting offseason for us though, bro. I think it's a lot of things we can do. We just gonna have to see how that shit play out. I think it's nowhere in the world they're talking about just run it back. Bring back Santi, sign Luke. Nah, this is gonna be one of them type of years.
Bro. Oh no, I
think they realize. Yeah. I think it's one of them years they got. Hey, because Cam Spencer's a fucking.
Cam Spencer is a
grizzly bear. He's a grizzly bear.
Yeah, he's a grizzly.
You know they ain't bringing back Luke Kennard over a grizzly bear.
I just realized that Memphis loves dogs. I will never get over that statement ever. I will never.
I was in Costello last week and I saw fucking dogs everywhere.
Yeah, they love them. Memphis love them.
I found out that young dolphins grew out in that area. I didn't no clue of that.
Yeah.
Hey man, come on, bro.
I was bumping some Gotti and Castelia, and it went really well for me.
I got shot at.
I didn't know why.
I had no clue why these.
They like dogs, apparently. I'll never that quote will never leave my brain about Zach.
And that man was looking crazy on that shit, bro. Oh man. Bro, we about to slide up out here, man. I don't know how it's gonna go down, but like I said, if in the whole discussion of Jaren versus Dez, if there was a league draft, Jaren would go over Dez. 29 out of 30 teams. So why would we be the team that thinks different? But anyway, bro, for Perry Sharkey, for Kenny Stubblefield, it's been a great week, man. We'll see you guys next week. But more on Anthony Sain Show. See y'all next time.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.